What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Just finished watching the match and Barcelona lose to Real Madrid as expected. People are very surprised by this result, but again, the reality is, as I've always told you guys, the script for Barcelona is written. Once you have that huge capitulation, which we did of course against PSG, it was going to be a snowball effect. So I'm coming to this game knowing that Barcelona were going to lose, and we did end up losing. It was kind of cool that we were winning the game twice at some point, but again, we only held on to the lead not even 10 minutes. So again, basically what we expected throughout the whole entire build up to the game and during the game as well. To be fair, I don't think we played that badly. I think it was a very evenly matched game. A lot of end-to-end action. Barcelona missed a few chances. Real Madrid missed a few chances. And that's the reality of the situation. I think it more so sucks now that on paper, we're 11 points behind Real Madrid. We've lost all 3 Clásicos this season. But again, the build-up was always going to be there. Same thing happened last season. Same thing happened the season before and the season before. Always, it's very, very weird that once we have that Champions League capitulation, we always have it in a Clasico afterwards. And we always lose it. So that's why my mood has been the same from the moment the game started until now. Nothing's really affected me. Nothing's really changed because this was always going to be coming, in my opinion. But I will say this result comes down to one player and one player only for Barcelona, and that is Cancelo. He's cost us literally all 3 goals. Got beat by Vasquez on the first goal, got beat by Vasquez on the second goal, and on the third goal, got beat by Vasquez. Vasquez absolutely tore Cancelo a new one, and his defensive vulnerabilities were absolutely torn to shreds. Now, people are saying, don't buy Cancelo, oh, he's not worth it, blah, blah. Look, Cancelo's been our second best player throughout this season. Again, he's not a defensive fullback. We knew this for when we signed him from Manchester City. Again, we can get him on a loan again with a mandatory buy option for next summer. Again, just the longevity of it. You take it. There's no other decent fullbacks on the market as well. I think getting him is still a big importance for Barcelona, but again, just using him in a different role. But nonetheless, that's one part. I also want to give full credit, by the way, today for Xavi. I think he coached the team yet again to the right way to win the game. Apparently, the substitution of Christensen at halftime was tactical, not because of an injury. And again, Fernando Lopez went in and scored, looked threatening. Again, the change looked pretty strong offensively, but again, the vulnerabilities were there at the back. I think his substitutions were very proactive as well, bringing in Ferran Torres and Joao Felix. Great move by him. So I really have no criticism for Xavi today, but again, the team mentally was absolutely effed coming into this game. And we already knew this. They're talking, before the game, to DAZN, to ESPN, oh, we're going to be back, we're going to prove everyone wrong, all this stuff. Same thing happens every single season. At this point, all you can do is just laugh, because if you don't laugh, you're going to cry, and I'm just used to it at this point. Look, the reality is that if you're a smart Barcelona fan, you saw this coming. Again, I said before the game, I think we'll lose 3-1. We lost 3-2, so I guess we've done a bit better than I expected. But look, the reality is we had no chance. Not because Real Madrid are superior to us or because they're way better than us. It's because not only did we lose against PSG in terrible capitulation fashion, but they beat Man City. If they lost to Man City, I think this game would have been closer. I think Barcelona definitely could have nicked a result, whether it be a draw or a win. I would have been more optimistic for this game for sure. But the fact that Real Madrid won, they're coming in off a high. They want to continue that, and we're coming off a low. It was difficult. It's difficult for you to come from here to here or go from here to here. It's night and day. It's night and day. And the reality is that yes, we had to travel to Madrid as well, which makes it difficult. But they played 120 minutes on Wednesday, and they looked as fresh as can be. It was so blatantly obvious, and that's why I don't really have much of a reaction to say. I think the other thing I want to add is Koundé. Man of the match for Barcelona. Lamine Yamal got man of the match. I think Lamine Yamal had a fantastic game, but Koundé man of the match for me. Absolutely immense, world class. We talk about selling players and stuff like that. The one player you don't want to sell is Koundé. Absolutely unreal today. Had Vinicius in his pocket. Yes, Vinicius got a goal and assist, but again, the goal was a penalty. It doesn't come down to Koundé, and the assist I believe was the cross from beforehand, so it wasn't really technically even an assist anyways. But I thought Koundé dealt with Vinicius very, very well. Again, Vinicius, you could say, is tired and Koundé is a bit more fresh, but we always, of course, thought that Araujo would play out right back, the 1v1 with Vinicius, but Koundé did that role to absolute perfection, so credit to him. I thought Gundogan played well as well, but again, he had a lot of loose touches in the game, which were a bit annoying. Again, the lot of decision making for Barcelona, especially in the final third, were very, very poor yet again, and that's been the story of our season. Again, a season of absolute pure and utter failure. I mean, game is game, and there's nothing really else you can add to that. Now, quickly on the Frenkie de Jong injury, the injury, according to reports, is bad, but I don't think it's going to be that serious. I think he might be out for maybe a month again, but again, a month is just the rest of our season, so you might hear de Jong out for the rest of the season, but I don't think it's as serious of an injury. He might be even out for 2 or 3 weeks at the absolute most. I think he might even come back and play one more game for Barcelona, but we'll wait and see on that. Again, with the season being over now, there's no real need to have our top players, back as quickly and as effectively as possible. I've also seen a lot of people, by the way, panic about second place. Do not panic. Again, the script is written. You've seen Barcelona do this in the past. You've had that one bad week, then you come back. Look at last season. We got knocked down the Champions League in the group stages. We lost to Clasico, then we had a remontada, and we won the league. The season before that as well, we lost to PSG. We lost to the Clasico, of course, during 2021 under Koeman. We then went on and won the Copa del Rey. Even the Xavi's first season, we lost to Madrid when Koeman was still there. We lost in the group stages of the Champions League. Then we had a remontada of the season. We finished second place all the way from ninth. It always happens. The script is written. I will tell you right now for free, Barcelona will finish second place with ease. Even if we lose to Girona at the Montilivi, again, it comes down to us. We have the 2-point advantage. They have a bit more of a difficult run-in. Again, get a draw in that game and you're fine. Again, that would probably be the one big game left of the season. Depends how we do against Valencia on Monday, a week tomorrow at home. Again, we're going to have now almost 9 days, not 9 days, like 7-8 days off. So I'm not worried about second place whatsoever. Of course, second place is imperative. We have to be in that Super Cup next season. Of course, the money for playing in it, and of course competing for the trophy, that would be sending the season to beyond failure. The season right now is a big failure, but that would be beyond failure if we finish third or fourth. Again, top 4 is definitely secured at this point. So do not be worried about second place. The players will get it. I think no problem whatsoever. Again, the script, we've seen it over the past few years, is always the same. Look, overall, I really have nothing much else to add. Everyone saw this coming. If you didn't see this coming, wake up, smell the coffee. At least it wasn't an embarrassment. It wasn't another 4-1 or maybe a 4-0. But that was a 3-2 close game, which we could have won. And that Real Madrid won based on vibes and based on their moment. And we lost it based on stupidity from Cancelo mainly, and our heads being down from the UCL midweek. That's pretty much it. If you think anything otherwise, you're in your own la land, if we're being completely honest. Again, another positive is that this result isn't down to Xavi. I think, again, Xavi coached the team to not perfection, but coached the team and set up the team very, very well to go out and win the game. Again, his tactical changes as well, bringing in Ferran, for Lewandowski, for Min, for Christensen, were all spot on, all had impacts and all created chances and created goals. But just again, at the back where Cancelo, I think if Xavi brought on Hector Ford, while he also brought on Joao Felix and Ferran Torres, that could have been a big change, but he didn't want, I think, chuck in a very, very young player in a big game like that. But then again, he did play against Atletico Madrid at the Metropolitano, so I mean, I would have expected that change. That'd probably be my one criticism for Xavi, that when you see Cancelo being vulnerable and making mistakes, should have made that change. But other than that, it is what it is. So I'm going to end it here. Very short match review, but nothing really much else to add. We already knew this result was coming. Everyone saw it from a mile away. Of course, leave me your thoughts down in the comments below on your thoughts on the result, the performance, Xavi's decisions, players' mistakes as well. And of course, make sure you subscribe down below as well if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.